Paltac. They're the largest distributor of cosmetics, over-the-counter drugs, and daily essentials in Japan for consumption by everyday consumers. And one of the key objectives that Paltac has is that they want to achieve 99.999% delivery accuracy, nearly 100%. So let's equate that to a supply chain metric that's common across all verticals globally. It's on time in full. And on time in full is something that is very difficult to achieve, as you will see in the rest of this presentation. But let's use an example of a product that they use, an over-counter, is Allegra. So let's say that you're going to go on vacation and that you want to be able to use, you want 2 packs of Allegra D, the D, you want a decongestant, and you want a 15-pack. You go to the retailer, and you expect to have 2 packs of Allegra D 15 count. But Gartner just recently stated that 83% is the new on-time in full metric. So that means 17% of the people that went in there that were happy at the time are going to come back sad because they couldn't get the product that they wanted. But compare that to what Paltac is doing, nearly 100% compared to 83%. Let's go into just a little bit more detail of the significance of that number to achieve. So on the inbound side of their end-to-end supply chain, so there's 50,000 items from 1,000 manufacturers going into their operations. They're then moving it to 400 retailers in 50,000 stores. You start to put those numbers together, it's 3.6 billion products that are moving annually through Paltac's operations. But it's even more than that. So let's think about the typical supply chain. So you're bringing all these products in on that first mile. You have all those touch points. It's going to be through containers, down to item level, SKU level. Then you bring it through, and once it comes off the ships, it hits the port, and then it goes on to maybe rail. Maybe it goes on to less than truckload, full truckload, customs documentation, bill of ladings. Then it goes into the actual operation itself, where they're managing their own TMS, Transportation Management System, their own WMS, Warehouse Management System, their own OMS. Further amount of data that's coming through. Then you have the demand pull, right, on the retailers and then the final stores. It's billions of sets of transactional data that has to be managed to get to near perfection. So how do they do it? So first of all, Miyade-san is the operating officer, and he's also the general manager of systems integration for Paltac. He has a vision of wanting to have the most innovative wholesaler in Japan, and he wants to exceed customer expectation. Then we know that 70% of Paltac's applications and systems are built internally. They also build their own logistics equipment. They have patents on their equipment. They also have a significant amount of automation and robotics within their distribution center. So to me, that tells me that success is a passion for them. Think about that. They're building this. They have patents on what to do. That's success, and that's a passion for success. But how are they doing that? So they're focused. They have a focus. Their focus is on the ability to have what they call PIT. PIT is a program. It's the Paltac Innovation Technology of Systems. And so what they do is their entire focus is how are we going to be able to use and integrate InterSystems IRIS. So they're using us as a data platform. Why? Because they want to make sure that they have real-time accurate data flowing through and capturing across everything that I just showed you, so that they can provide actionable insights that then drive to the operational efficiencies that we heard, and labor efficiencies. They also use our Smart Data Fabric architecture. And that's key because they're using all 4 key capabilities of that architecture on the platform. So let's take the first one, data integration. So think about all the silos of data that we've just been talking about, those thousands of touch points, not only within their own system, but outside of their system. So we have integration. They're then ingesting billions of sets of data in, at rest, and only to be used when needed. They're then using the embedded analytics, mostly on the ML side. We're part of a 3-year digital transformation, of which they're using ML now, but they are progressing and using AI later. And then embedded interoperability. And interoperability is so key to them because, as you can imagine, trying to manage on-time info the way they want to manage it at the level of near perfection, you have to simulate and bring those workflows and processes into the data platform so that all 4 are working together as one capability. And that's quite significant. So you have the vision, you have the passion, and you have the focus. But let's just take just one more example, because they also, because of the disruption that we have in the supply chain today, that we know that, especially in the US, even more so in Europe and Japan, there's very difficult to get labor when we need it. So because of that, what they have decided to do is that at their distribution centers, that they're very highly automated, significant amount of robotics that they're using, to the point that there are very few people in a distribution center, and it's almost fully 100% automated. So think about, we know that data in healthcare is very important, but think about with all those transactions that are happening in robotics, thousands of robotics, that they're not getting the right data at the right time to be able to fulfill that on-time fulfillment. There's complete chaos. But we can avoid chaos because they're using InterSystems IRIS. So I wanted to close with that there is 5 months of time to value. So let's think about that. 5 months from time to value. And they were able to do that because they're using InterSystems IRIS. And they have improved customer satisfaction. They have improved productivity. They have improved sales. And that is due to, again, the vision, the passion, and the focus that they have between Paltac and InterSystems. Thank you.